Chip is going to show us how a local business once focused on all things babies. They're now shifting gears and helping create some pretty stylish face masks.
You're watching the Fox 13 4 o'clock news.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Chip Brewster, coming to you live from Tampa Bay, inside the new home of Marcela Gifts. Now, this is a place that used to have a permanent home, maybe people are familiar with. 30 years of history here in the Tampa area. But now, not only have they gone online with hopes of a brick and mortar coming back, but they have changed a little bit. So for those that have really paid attention the last week or so, this is the mask I have been wearing. It's cool, don't get me wrong. I like the blue camo, but it's pretty simple, right? Okay, well, this is just an example of the mask that Marcela Gifts can make. Check it out. Little embroidery, got that camo look again, adjustable ear straps. I know so many of you out there suddenly interested because this has been becoming a huge part of our culture, and I have got Marcela of Marcela Gifts and her daughter Claudia joining us to talk a little bit about this. So before we get into the masks, this was not your business just a few months ago.
No, it was not.
What were you guys doing, and what have you been working towards before this all happened?
Well, we had just moved right when the pandemic was happening, so we had to rush and get over to our new space, and we were closing down a 10,000 square foot space where we were selling home accessories, bridal accessories, baby things. The idea was to just focus on baby in the new space,
okay.
But then when this all started happening, we were like, well, now what? Well, we can make face masks. We've got the materials, we've got the skill set, and people need them.
And you started making the masks with the big effort of the medical communities in need. You know,
Yes.
What can we do to donate? But then, I mean, it has progressed so far now. These are stylish.
Yeah, my
when
mom's
did that
on a roll.
start happening? Is your mom?
That is my mom. It's almost every day she comes in with a new design, and so she's like, okay, let's sell this one. So we are pretty much coming out with new designs every week.
How awesome. And is there also like a customization option? Like if someone says, ooh, I really like this pattern or this double-sided pattern or something like that?
Well, we have a lot of varieties now, but the customization comes in when people want to maybe change out the ear straps from elastic to the jersey material to adjustable, or they want to add a monogram or a name, or now they can even add a custom logo or a design.
Like the dog.
Yes,
I
the
love
dog
that.
is popular.
Oh, it fell over. Hold on, Michael. I'm just squeezing here real quick. That guy, that English bulldog, that is somebody's actual English bulldog that they put onto a mask. And then there's also, as you were going towards your more dog print ones, I like too that you've almost combined your baby focus with this because you have the toddler options.
Yes. Right. I mean, we wanted to make sure that everyone in the family had a mask, and because we are a baby company, we really wanted to build on the masks for children. We used a lot of the materials that we used for our albums and our baby books, and we repurposed that fabric to the masks, and it, as you can see, it worked out pretty well.
Yeah. Now, how can someone actually order one of these or create a customization order? Or, for instance, you got some patriotic ones in here. 4th of July is like 2 days away.
Well, they are on
possible to get those right now.
Well, if they place their order right now, I will ship them out before I walk out the door.
Okay.
But otherwise, they will have to wait until next week. But we will turn it around within a few days of receiving their order. And
website?
Yeah. www.marcelagifts.com. Marcela with one L and an S at the end.
Excellent. Now, you may be wondering, how exactly do they do it? What fancy machine have they created? Well, I'll tell you, it's mostly handmade, and we're going to show you exactly how coming up in our next segment, about 30 minutes away. But this, I might have to get one of these for myself.
Oh,
It's a slightly different style with the mustache. Oh, yeah.
That's you.
I think their website is about to go crazy because these are fabulous and they look comfortable and they're safe.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the fact that they can turn them around quickly, too. I mean, a lot of places you try to order online, it's, 4 weeks and they'll have it to you. So that's a bonus there.
It is. I might get online as soon as the show's over. That's great. Good job.
And speaking of safety and this time that we're living in, masks have become a part of our daily lives, almost to the point of being considered an outfit accessory.
Oh, yes. And for those who are seeking something a little bit more stylish, Fox 13's Chip Brewster found a local company who can provide the pizzazz, and he's in Tampa at Marcela Gifts.
And if you are looking to get a personalized, stylized face mask, well, we showed off a lot of the options earlier here at Marcela's Gifts, but now we're going to talk about exactly how they do what they do. It is truly a boutique shop. This is the production floor, and it's also where we find Claudia and Marcela. This is the mother-daughter team behind Marcela's Gifts. So we focused in on all of your styles the last segment, but now I wanted to talk about how exactly you pulled this off, because you are a baby apparel and products company. Now that means you have a lot of the similar materials, but how did you then take that and bring it into the world of face masks?
Well, once the pandemic started and I started seeing on the news that there was a need for masks and the orders were low, I was like, okay, well, what can we do? We need to start making masks. We have the materials, we have the skill set, we can start making masks for donation. But then I realized, well, we can start selling masks too. Why not? So that's what we did. We started using our materials that we had.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of cottons and very light silks. So we thought, let's use those. At first we just started with simple plain masks.
Okay.
And then my mom jumped in with the idea, we got to start making some great, beautiful fashion masks.
It's become such a big thing. You know, yes, it's mandated in several counties and almost all indoor businesses at this point. But to see it as a accessory, as an item of your outfit, you need to have some things that you can accessorize with.
Exactly, and this is where her wheelhouse comes in, and she's the designer, so she started looking at all the different materials that we had and accessories and embellishments, and she just started making, all the girls were working from home, so she was at home just making masks and bringing them to me. I would come, take pictures of them, put them on the website, and we would just see how it would go.
So where does it begin in this shop then?
So once I'll receive the order through the website or through the phone, and then the girls will get the orders and they will come and we pull the fabrics. They will come over to this table. We have our patterns. They will cut them out, and then they will, if there's embroidery involved, goes to the embroidery machine where one of our girls is now, and then it gets sewn. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's not a lot of steps.
But it's cool. So you have the embroidery machine, which is definitely necessary for just keeping production going, but everything else is all hand done. Everything you just described. Your workers select the fabric, do the cutting there, bring it over to the machine, observe the machine, and then take it to the sewing machine to finish it off.
Yes, each mask that gets ordered is done by hand.
Wow. Now, I've noticed too, and it's something that we kind of talked about in the last segment, that there are a bunch of dogs on some of your masks.
Yes.
Are those like real life dogs? Like, do people send pictures of their dogs, or are they just graphics? How does that work?
Well, the dogs came from a previous collection that we had done with our product line.
Okay.
And we had the fabrics already made. So my mom experimented. It fit perfectly on a mask. And so we just said, let's just do the dog collection in masks.
Oh, cool.
But then customers started seeing them and they wanted their own dog on the masks. And they contacted me and we found a picture. And I didn't know if we could do it at first, but then we figured out a way to get them embroidered. And now we can do
that is a real dog turned into a mask there. That is so cool. All right, well, if you guys are looking to get your own custom masks, maybe you got a pet that you want to wear around with you or a cool little embroidery, Marcela's Gifts is the place that can handle that for you. And it's right here in Tampa. What's the website real quick, Claudia?
MarcelaGifts.com.
There you go. MarcelaGifts.com. Simple enough. And you know what? Let's just embrace it. All right, look as cool as you can and embrace it.
I think that's a great idea. It looks fantastic. MarcelaGifts.com. In addition to their masks, the Marcela Gifts team continues to make their baby-focused merchandise as well, and they hope to reopen to the brick-and-mortar store very soon. We hope they do, and I think they're going to be busy with masks for a while, Chris.
They're on to something there for sure.